Shabbat Shalom. We're going to do things just a teeny bit different tonight. We are going to start with announcements so we can get those done and over. Sounds like a law firm. Done and over. So let's start. Faith? No. Do it from down here because of the other announcement that's coming. Please.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome everybody to tonight's service. If you're here or if you're watching online, thank you to everyone that participated in our Shabbat Across America potluck dinner. Everything was really great. We're going to celebrate Purim on Thursday, March 13th at 7 o'clock with food of Persian origin. There's 9 different recipes printed out. They're on the table in the social hall. If you'd like to make something to bring, please pick up a recipe when we go into the social hall for the oneg. Tickets for our Passover Seder on Saturday, April 12th are available. The deadline is March 31st. After March 31st, there's going to be an additional charge. Our doo-wop show that was scheduled for tomorrow has been postponed to November 8th. On March 29th, we're going to have another music bingo. On April 22nd, we're going to have a quarter auction. On May 24th, we're going to be welcoming another 50s and 60s group. They're called Reminisce. And details will be available this week. Hope you'll join us for our events. Chuck?
I'll use my big boy voice and talk from back here because on the screen it says that we are to be aware the security golf balls are now placed in the seat pockets in front of you. Please take a moment to review the directions on the bag as we head into service. It's for our own security that we are all aware of the option to interfere with the act of hate taking place in our building if it were to happen. Consider it your participation in a community act of security. And I'm thanking you as now the security person and taking this very seriously. It's not something that we have to protest. We have to interrupt thinking and process. So all we have to do is roll them along the floor. So that's my announcement for the evening.
Tonight is a convergence of concepts that is rather interesting. So we're going to start someplace a little different than we have. Tonight, as you heard, is Shabbat Across America. It's an evening dedicated to the Jewish community standing together, standing strong. It was originally conceived as an outreach program to reach those not affiliated with synagogues. For those in synagogues to share its importance and its value with those perhaps still looking. The other thing that we celebrate this weekend is known as Shabbat Zachor, Shabbat of Remembrance. Shabbat Zachor is one of 4 special Shabbatot that happen during the year at specific times to get us ready for certain things to happen. Shabbat Zachor comes the week before the festival of Purim and the Megillah reading, which is Thursday night at what time? 7? Well, that's good, then I won't start at 6. 7 o'clock Thursday night is the Megillah reading. Please consider your costumes and ancillary things, and off we go. Now, Shabbat Zachor, the Shabbat before Purim, is named and celebrated to remember Zachor, the villain Amalek, who chased after the Israelites as they escaped from Egypt. Amalek was particularly notorious for attacking from behind, as a coward would do, and doing the same thing that animals in Africa do. Look for the weak, the infirmed, those on their own, those by themselves. He picked off the slow, the elderly, and thought he had done something. Next Thursday's celebration of Purim is a tip of the Haman hat to Amalek, as they are certainly similar and parallel in so many ways. But that, as they say, is a story for another Thursday. Come join us for fun, frolic, some merriment, and a remembrance that it is not true that the bad guys always win. We have been afflicted by Amalek, by the mythical Haman, a character we created to say, we can survive. We will survive. The story says that we survived Persia. We survived Egypt. We survived Rome. We survived Greece. There is no culture in human history, big, kind, ugly, nasty. There is no culture that we have not outlived, regardless. And so Shabbat Zachor reminds us that it is only by staying together through what brings us together and what makes us different that we allow ourselves to be different. Who would want to be exactly like any of us? Who would we be if we were just like everybody else? Shabbat across America was created to become the ultimate outreach to say, we welcome you in. You don't have to be like us exactly. What would the world be if it was and if we were? It would be a world without color. It would be a world of gray. This year, however, it sounds a far more clarion alarm regarding the Jewish community, certainly in America. The scourge of anti-Semitism has risen again in our country and indeed around the world. Let me read. One question came to the fore in thinking about the world. However, can spiritual ideas be exterminated by the sword? Can philosophies be combated by the use of brute force? 2 paragraphs later, the application of force alone without the impetus of a basic spiritual idea as a starting point can never lead to the destruction of an idea and its dissemination, except in the form of a complete extermination of even the very last exponent of the idea and the destruction of the last tradition. Experience shows that such a blood sacrifice strikes the best part of the people, since every persecution which occurs without a spiritual basis seems morally unjustified and occurs without a spiritual basis and whips up precisely the more valuable parts of a people in protest, which results in an adoption of the spiritual content of the unjustly persecuted movement. As a result, the number of inward supporters grows in proportion as the persecution increases. Consequently, the complete annihilation of the new doctrine can be carried out only through a process of extermination so great and constantly increasing that in the end, all the truly valuable blood is drawn out of the people or state in question. It can therefore not tolerate the simultaneous continuance of a body representing the former condition. It then says, this is equally true of religions. If you have heard of it but never read it, this is Mein Kampf. Those were the words of Adolf Hitler in 1938. Appeasing a bruised ego of a country, taking a people and twisting and manipulating them with lies, with a twisted vision, a vision we experienced through Amalek who thought he could take us apart, through Balaam who thought he could offer blessing and curse, Hitler who tried to exterminate us. But keep in mind, Hitler exterminated 50% of the Jewish population. He also exterminated 97% of the Romani, of the Gypsy population. He killed tens of thousands of Christians, including in one camp over 1,700 Christian ministers. There were 60 million people who died in World War II. 1 in every 3, 20 million, were Russian. The world has changed. And yet, the truth becomes something I saw on the back of a car last week. Little sign that simply must have been on the back of a Jewish car because it said, "Our never again is now." And so I encourage you to look at those golf balls again. If you've never thought it was anything other than a game or a joke, it is not. Given the context of our country, of the vitriol, the fire and the hatred, it might well be the thing that saves us. I will take 45 seconds. You do not throw it at somebody if someone comes into this building. You get yourselves to the ground, period. You take the balls, and wherever they are, whatever door they are at, you roll them on the ground towards the person. It's not an aim, it's not a target. Just get it where they are so that they will stop walking through the room. Any security that you will not know about, because while it is your business, on some level it is not. We have taken precautions. If something happens, whether it's tonight, tomorrow morning, next week, whenever, get yourself to the ground. If someone is next to you and having trouble, good. Pull them down. I'd rather have them black and blue. Take the balls, just roll them in that direction. What it does is it requires the perpetrator to stop and look down to see what they're stepping on. That in and of itself, according to the FBI, who has now taken this idea and started to spread it around the country and said, it will save lives. Period. With that, now we can celebrate Shabbat. As we celebrate with thousands upon thousands of Jews celebrating Shabbat across America. bless this house. We take a moment and bless each other, those you came into this room with, those you did not, those you know, those you don't. To lead us in the lighting of our Shabbat candles, we call on for embarrassment. Shamor, to guard. Zachor, to remember. Adonai, Einu melech ha'olam, she'er kitshanu. Shabbat. You Etorari, Giva Orech, Uri, 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 Shir Daberi, Kivod Adonai, Alayach Nigla. Enter in peace, O crown of your husband. Enter in gladness, enter in joy. Come to the people that keeps his faith. Enter, O bride, enter, O bride. Glory be shalom, Aderet Ba'ala, Yam B'simcha, U'b'tzola, Doch emunei, Am Segula, Gadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'amad yivrach yirutei v'yamlech malchutei. V'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'lam me'amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalah shmei dekudeshah. Ve'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Meru. We read together, blessed, praised. Adonai, Hamivorach, Baruch Adonai, Hamivorach. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who simply speaks the evening into being. As we read through the Hebrew, a mystical experience according to many teachers, that it's not fully important to know all the Hebrew, but to know the context, and that there's a majesty in the mystery, and a mystery in the majesty of not fully knowing what every word means, and there's a connection and a belief and a faith. But this prayer is untranslatable. You see, Ma'ariv Aravim is the reuse of two words, of the same word in two different contexts. Erev is evening. But Ma'ariv Aravim, if you translate it traditionally straight up, it says the eve of evenings. Think about that. It's not just who speaks the evening into being. It is the creative genius of the universe who created the concept first. Therein was the miracle. The creation was the proof text. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chachma poteach sharim, uvitvarna mishaneh itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem, barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yamloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim, blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shach b'cha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yedecha v'hayulitot afot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha lema'an tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lehiot lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. No ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים זה אלי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד נאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up. V'ha'amidenu, raise us up. In a moment, we're going to stand for the Amidah. Same root, same vision of word. V'ha'amidenu, and we stand. Shomreinu, Shomer, Shemor, to guard you in life. Raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter, Sukkot, the Sukkah, Sukkot, the shelter. Shalom, Shalomecha, of your peace. Berakat Shlomecha. On the seventh day, God stopped the work and was refreshed. Didn't take a break. Took a look and reviewed what he had done in the past week to imagine what could be done next week. If we are committed to prayer, we've just asked for the exact same thing. As we prepare to rise for the Amidah, the standing Shemona Esrei, the 18 benedictions, we call on Diane and Ben Goldberg. Na 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 Shvatai Tiftach na 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 Ufi Yagid Dehilatecha na 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 Adonai na 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 Shvatai Tiftach na 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 Ufi Yagid Dehilatecha na 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 Adonai na 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 Shvatai Tiftach na 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 Ufi Yagid Dehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot V'Mevigula Livnei V'Nehem L'Ma'an Shemo Be'ava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia. V'ne'eman atah le'achayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh b'shemcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom ya'alelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, Adonai, the Holy God. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai, our God, grant as our heritage your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue in silence. We spend a moment praying for a refuah shalema, a complete and total healing for our members, Bernie Chazen, who is home and, knock wood, doing fairly well for a guy who's been through surgery. Doris Handel, Carol Kahn, Carol Mortman, Carol Siegel, and I am pleased to announce that not only is she on our list, Ruth Siegel, but she is in our seats. As I would like to announce for those who were unaware that two wonderful people from our community moved to the Golden Medina of Nevada for them. They missed Arizona, they were a little north. And after a period of time, missed us a lot and came back. So Ruth and Naomi are back, and it's just two incredible sparks of light. So we're thrilled that she's here, both of them. We also offer prayers to this family and friends of TBEI, David Austin, Michael Becker, Alex Andrew Carcamo, Darlene Brofman, Amy Connolly, David Dichter, Jeffrey Fahrenbach Breitman, Mara Cooperman, Ashley McGregor, Cookie Romeo, Jackson T. Wynn II, Beverly Ziv. If there are any other names to share, please feel free to stand, and we will put their names al kanfei han sharim, on the wings of eagles. I'll come back if you remember. Stand back up. Sam? Sydney Sapinski. Imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, As you have heard most of what I had to say tonight, I will be extraordinarily brief but short right now. The Haftarah for this weekend is 1 Samuel, but it is a parallel, theoretically, to the story of Esther. Actually, it talks about Amalek, which takes us directly to the Purim story. So be aware that for us, preparing for Purim has already begun. It has begun as of tonight and Thursday night. Yes, you can come. Yes, you can get crazy. Orthodox tradition says you're supposed to bring your own booze and get ripped so that you cannot tell that I'm not making this one up. You're supposed to get so drunk that you do not know the difference when the name Mordechai or the name is mentioned. All right, so we are Reform. We don't do that. And if you're going to do it, stay home and live stream. We need every Jew we can get. Last announcement. People are walking around with these blue square pins. And we've given away thousands. Through this temple, we've given away well over 2,500. Now, people had something to say. What a shock. Because they were pins. I have a couple of shirts I can no longer wear because the blue part of the pin broke off, but the pin is stuck in my collar, and I can't get it out without ripping the shirt. They came out with a very smart idea. These aren't pins. These are really strong magnets. So, if you need or want or feel that you didn't ever get one, you want one, you don't know what to do, how can you go on without one or two? They are on the table in a basket. Just take a look at the back. If the back is flat like the front, it's a magnet. And here's the trade-off. This is like Doritos. This is like Doritos, okay? Let me make this very, very clear so that you will all have it. The first time I went out and I called them and they said, how many would you like? And I said, how many can I have? And they said, well, how many would you like? And I said, 2,500. And they went, okay. And a week later, there came 2,500. I called them this time. They said, you need another 2,500? I went, yeah. They said, you're not selling them, are you? I said, no, they're like Doritos. I tell people, take as many as you will wear or carry to give away. This sucker's not a moneymaker. But if you want and make an oath, which cannot be reversed on Yom Kippur, call Nidre, all vows I made this year, let me off the hook with all of them. We'll let you off the hook for every one that you could possibly come up with, except this one. You want them? We got them. You tell me how many you want, and you will get them. Your responsibility, put them on your clothes and have them in your pockets. I am stunned, as are, I am sure, other people walking around with these. People going, where'd you get those? Oh, in my pocket. How many would you like? You take it off of your collar, and they go, oh, that's so nice. And then you walk away, and you grab one out of your pocket and put it back on. It's great. If you want them, it tells people and us that we're cared about. It moves me every time I see somebody in the street walking with one. I walked into my doctor's office, and I'm not being rude. I still don't know what his last name is, because I took SATs and it wasn't as long as his last name. I don't know what his last name was or is, but I know when I walked into his office, he had a blue square on. And he asked me if I had some more. And I said, which pocket? How many you need? I drove to Palm Beach, gave him 50, saw him 3 weeks later, and he said, is there any chance you got a little bit more than the slimy bunch you gave me? Give them out. It shows that we are not alone. Real simple. Give them out. But the oath, the neder, the vow, is that if you wear one, you will never leave your house without ones to give to somebody else. I cannot tell you how many non-Jews I am giving them to. And the goodness that it brings, the feelings that it engenders. And without being crass, I was very blessed. It's very brief, but it's germane. I was at one of my doctors who had called me and said, be at the office at 12:15 tomorrow. I said, I don't have an appointment. He said, you do now. Be here. Why? I don't know. I get there at 10 after 12. I sit down. He says, strap yourself in. I said, what kind of appointment is this? He said, oh, it's not for you. 12:15, by the clock, door opens, in walks Sylvester Stallone, who I have had a question for over 40 years. So I ask him the question. I go, excuse me, would you mind terribly, but I have a bet on this question. It's a true story. And he goes, oh, no. And I ask him the question, which is a ridiculous question if you're talking to Sylvester Stallone. Trust me. I guarantee you nobody ever asked him this. And after he gave me the answer, he looked and he said, I see those squares all over the place. I said, want one? He says, maybe next time. And walked away. The answer, the question was whether a particular statement that had been made in Rocky 1 was ad-libbed or in the script. And as and he just looked at me and said, script. And as he walked away and made the turn to walk through the door and disappear from my life, he turned back and he said, nobody ad-libs in my movies but me. And I went, yes, sir. For those who do not know, he is not a tall person. They must be filming him from the ground up. In any case, you want these to make a point and to allow people to conjoin with us to make a point. You've come to the right place. Just let me know. Let Faith know. They're in the little basket. But if there's not enough there for you, because you're sure you can give them out, just ask. They're Doritos. We can get more. We move forward to the Aleinu. I look forward to hopefully seeing everybody in the Oneg after. As we move forward to the Aleinu, we call on Beth and Rob Glassberg. Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mitachat ein od V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad. Bayom hahu, on that day, Adonai echad will be one, Ushemo, and his name, and God's name, echad, will be one. We remain standing as we remember. Yet Gadal v'yet Kadash Meraba, Be'olamat divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chai echon v'yom echon, U'v'chai yedechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalah v'zman kari v'yimru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba mevarach L'olam Ulal Me'al Maya, Yet barach v'yet tabach, V'yet ba'ar v'yet ramam v'yet naseh, V'yet adar v'yet alev v'yet halal Shmei dekutsha, B'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'olma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'yimromav, huya oseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'yimromav, May the one who creates harmony on high, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, bring peace Aleinu upon us all, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, and upon all Israel. The word Ve'imru, which happens throughout our liturgy, and we say together, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom tichila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'yetziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. I can't even watch. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. May we go forward on this Shabbat and spread it across America with square blue pins, with kindness in our hearts, with understanding in our ears. Find a way to find the middle. Find compassion for those confused on their way. Bless our lives, our children, our families. Bless their lives, their children, and their families. Bless all of those who have lost their way. Nudge them, but do not become a stumbling block in front of them. Bring peace to all who come here and all who seek a world of beauty, a world of kindness, a world of caring and concern. Give blessings, God, to all these and more today. Amen. Amen. May God bless this house with love. Amen. Amen. May God bless this house. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. I'll go.